superheroes. I'm Victory Knight coming to you from Purdue University College of Veterinary Medicine, League of VetaHumanz. I'll be your host on VetaHuman Live today, and we'll be following the journey of our VetaHuman in training, Celestial Seraph. So thank you for being on our show today. Of course. So kind of update us. How long have we been in vet college and how's it been going?
I don't even know what week we're on. I don't know. Maybe week 9 because I just did a VSAC reflection and it says weeks 8 through 9. So I think week 9. So far, so good, I guess. I mean, I'm excited. Like spring break, yay.
Okay, so your spring break starts like pretty much today?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so do you have any plans for spring break?
This spring break, well, the goal at least for like today and tomorrow is to get as much like like not studying, but like making Anki for it, like doing that or like doing my GI physio tasks, like doing little itty bitty tasks or like quizzes and stuff that's like due later, but I just want to get it over with now, so I can enjoy the rest of my spring break.
No, definitely. Well earned spring break as well.
Yeah.
So I know you also said that it's been going pretty good, but do you say what was probably your biggest challenge like these past weeks?
My
And how have you
biggest
overcome?
challenge,
Yeah.
I would say my biggest challenge so far would actually like be my A&I class. And it probably sounds like weird because like a lot of students, at least from like what I've heard, they never really have a problem with A&I. My thing with A&I, it's like we have the quizzes, we have like our groups, this and that, and like getting my grades back for that, nice, easy, I get A's. And I'm like, okay, great, I understand it. And then like the oral exam or the written exam comes along and then I do exactly what I thought I was doing right in the quizzes and like pathophysiology when you're like in the groups, and then when I get my grade back or my feedback back, it's apparently not what they're looking for, and I just get confused because I'm like, well, my grades from the quizzes and my pathophysiologies when I explain it says otherwise, because I'm saying like this is how it is, and they're like, yeah, that's exactly how it works, and then when I put on the exam, apparently it's not. So it's like it confuses me, and that's like my biggest challenge overcoming that. It's very interesting because I'm not sure how I'm going to overcome it because the class itself is very subjective. It really depends on what coach instructor you have or who is grading the assignment. Because again, if someone says, yeah, that's exactly how this works, but then another veterinarian says, actually, it goes a little different from that, it's different. And I guess it's like up to you to decide, whether you think it's right or not. I am planning to meet the record of instructor literally after this session to talk about it because I don't like being confused. I need to know what the correct answer is. Like I know veterinary medicine isn't black and white all the time, but I need to like understand this information on what I'm doing wrong so I can like pass this class.
No, and I think the way you're like gonna tackle it is perfect. Especially meeting with the professor, kind of walking through the test and kind of just clarifying what kind of is like the correct
Mhm.
way. Especially if there's like different how you're being taught. Completely understandable. I think that's a great way to see it. So I'm glad that you're gonna meet with the professor today. So
Yeah.
that's good. So how would you say your personal care has been going? I know we're going on spring break, so now we get to recoup a little bit.
Yeah. I think it's still going great. I mean, like, great as it can be because technically it's Ramadan. So I'm fasting. So I can't really get into the nitty gritty aspect of like food and stuff because religiously I'm not allowed to eat or drink water. But when it's time to break fast, I do be eating healthy. Like, I do make sure I drink all my water that I know I couldn't drink before. And this week it was sinigang. So it's like a Philippine dish where it has like a lot of greens, broth, veggies, like all of that stuff in there. So if anything, I just like weighed myself yesterday and I'm actually like a couple pounds underweight, which explained why I was like really like hungry to begin with. So it's like it's going good. It's going a little bit too good because now I need to like get back to my regular weight. Um, Eating wise, it's like fine. I'm doing well with Ramadan being considered. Exercising, like going to the gym, still happening. And sleep, This week, I will admit, has been tough because we had two quizzes and two exams, but I don't be sleeping anyway. No, I'm just kidding. I still am able to manage, and so far, the feedback that I've gotten from those same like quizzes and exams, I mean, I did very well. So, and I made sure to like get as much sleep as I could so it didn't affect my grade, for those quizzes and exams. So, I think it's been okay. And I mean, I'm gonna hibernate anyway this spring break.
As you should. Well, I'm glad that, considering everything, it's going pretty well. And then, correct me if I'm mistaken, but in April, we find out, right, about the belt?
So technically, I have it. I have the red belt. It's just physically not with me because I had to test in Iowa. And well, my coach did give me the option. He was like, "Hey, do you want me to ship it over to you, or are you gonna like come up to Iowa?" Because we have our banquet thing that's happening actually at the end of this month, so March 20th. Yeah, and he's gonna just like present it to me at banquet, and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm coming up anyway, so instead of sending the money to like ship it to me, I'm just gonna drive up there and you can just hand it over."
Exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And it'll also be nice. You could do like, you can also participate in the banquet and kind of get it all presented to you. That's really nice.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna treat it as like a weekend. Like I'm just no studying that weekend. Like it's just for me and my friends and I'm gonna relax.
100% agree. I'm so glad. I'm so glad for you. Well, that's so good. And what would you say is your like next goal for next month?
My next goal for next month. Well, I would say hold on, I'm thinking.
No, it's no worries.
mm, Gosh, I literally had one and then oh yeah, okay. Um so I got my ER jobs because I remember I don't did
Yes.
I mention it? Yeah.
Yes, you had to reach out and then
Yeah. So it's solidified now, kind of. But I have the position. It's just like now rearranging my schedule. So
Mhm.
now my plan, at least for like next month and all like after that, would be like making sure I like balance my self care. So like going to the gym and eating and sleeping right with studying and then also managing to have this job. I don't think it's gonna be too bad because like according to like the contract, I think if I read it correctly, because I kind of skimmed it, you have to work at least like 3 shifts in a month. And I was like, that sounds pretty flexible, as a veterinary student. So I don't think it's going to be too bad. But my goal is, because I'm very schedule oriented, I make sure I have like everything set up so I can like pass my classes, still be an effective ER worker, and still have time for me.
I love it. Well, I'm glad. Congrats again. I know you were trying to, I know it was kind of like in the air, it was like still trying to figure it out. So I'm glad that you're able to like now work on your schedule and kind of set that now in stone because I know that was something you did mention last podcast.
Yeah.
That's so good. Well, I'm glad. I want to say, did you have anything else you want to share with the audience today? Words or like experiences of inspiration?
Excuse me. I would say definitely don't bite more than you can chew. I probably already said it. Because sometimes even with like all this stuff that's like going on in my life, sometimes I sit down and I'm like, am I just doing too much for like a first year student? Because I really don't want to like get consumed with this position, that position, balancing how much time I'm gonna have to study and go to the gym and blah blah blah. So I have been talking to my family about it, and they're like, I don't think you're biting more than you can chew. Like, so just be mindful, like, be aware of it, because you don't want to be like, oh, I want to do this, and then next thing you know, you don't have any time for yourself. So just being aware.
Yes, that's very true because sometimes you kind of get caught up and you start, like, you're just so excited for different opportunities. And then sometimes, but definitely time managing, like how you have already planned, that definitely does help.
Hmm.
Making sure you take time for yourself and everything. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
being here
having me.
today. You can learn more about the other League of VetaHumans at VetaHumanz.org. If you like this episode, please subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And remember, use your powers for good.